I really didn't want to have to make a video about this, but I just cannot continue to have these issues happen to me and not post about it publicly, because my suspicion is that this is happening to hundreds or thousands of other traders and they have no idea. If you have traded as an active day trader, scalper, momentum trader using TD Ameritrade's Thinkorswim platform for at least the past year, you know that they've had a pretty stable and reliable platform with excellent customer service. But ever since they went to zero commission and they lost $1 billion in market cap literally overnight, which triggered them to have to sell the company to Charles Schwab a week later, their customer service has gone down. I'm sitting on chats for literally hours before I can get a representative to come on. And most importantly, I'm having order execution errors non-stop. In fact, last Monday, I had an order execution error in which, after sitting on chat for an hour and a half waiting to get a representative, once they came on the line, I had to argue back and forth with this idiot for over 2 hours, in which ultimately, after reviewing the video proof that I had, he had to concede that there was in fact a systematic error on their end, of which I have proof from a screenshot of the conversation on chat that I will share with you at the end of this video. But something very similar happened to me today, just 7 days later. Another order execution malfunction. And so the reason why I'm creating this video, again, is because I would want someone to do this for me, right? Because if you don't have recordings of your sessions, you would not have any idea that there are these order execution errors happening, because obviously things move so fast. They have little pop-up notifications whenever an order executes as a buy or a sell, but it moves so fast, there's no way you can comprehend exactly what's happening in the moment. So I'm going to replay this video and I'll commentate and pause based on the key things that happen to show you exactly what's going on. And again, if you are a momentum trader, a scalper, certainly if you're someone that's trading the opening range, you better be careful, because if you're doing that unprotected without a video recording of your sessions, I can guarantee you some of your losses are not a result of your trading or your stop or risk management. It's likely a result, not all, but at least some are a result of an order execution error because of Thinkorswim's unreliable platform. So with that said, I'm going to get into this video, and then again, I'll pause it at the moments where we begin to see a breakdown of issues happening. So right now, market just opened. Time's up here. Okay, right there at 8:30:06, it happened actually at 8:30:05, but 8:30:06 is when I was able to pause it. What you notice is that at 8:30:05, I executed a buy order for 200 shares of this stock APDN. And we can confirm that this is my order because when you come down here and look at the level 2, you can see that there's 200 shares at 459. This is my order right now that's waiting in queue to be processed through the exchanges. Now, when I'm going into this stock, I'm going in with the idea of scaling up, right? Take a short, small position right now, break over 470, I get back in and I keep scaling until I eventually lose. So I'm going to go ahead and hit play, and we'll see almost immediately the price fluctuates beyond a point in which I'm comfortable with, because I know if I do stay in this, I'm going to get stopped out, right? And it's almost kind of obvious when I look at the price action and pre-market, but nonetheless, right there, basically 6 seconds later, I cancel the order. Actually, 5 seconds later. I trigger the order on the hotkey, on my keyboard at 8:30:05, and I click the cancel all buy hotkey on screen as you just saw at 8:30:10. And so in the moment, I see this cancel order pop up. I'm thinking, okay, it canceled the order, crisis averted, I avoided a stupid loss. But upon further inspection, you see that this is not a cancel of the buy order. This is canceling the sell orders. So because I had a bracket order, the order was supposed to be executed by purchasing 200 shares on the ask and then getting me out at a profit if the price went up 10 cents or stopping me out at a loss if the price went down 10 cents. Okay? And so there's no reason why an order would be canceled on the sell positions, but not the buy order. Again, I clicked the cancel all buy on screen hotkey. When you do that, it is supposed to cancel the buy order, which also subsequently cancels the sell orders because the sell orders are a condition of the buy order being triggered. Okay? So right now, again, we see that the sell orders were canceled. But if you look here, it's still showing my buy order pending, even though I thought I just canceled the entire buy order and subsequently its sell orders. Okay. Now in the moment, I'm not paying attention to this. I had no idea that my order was still pending to be purchased because again, I thought I canceled it. And when this pop-up happened, which pretty much flashes on and off within a matter of a couple of seconds, so it's hard to really decipher exactly what happened. All I see is minus 200. I'm thinking I'm good, right? But that's not what happened. So I'll keep playing the video so we can see exactly what happens. Now, as you can see, there's no indication that I'm in an open position. There's nothing on the chart. There's nothing on Active Trader Ladder that signals I am in an open position, which is important, and I'm going to explain why in a couple of minutes. So right there, from out of nowhere, at 8:30, it was 8:30:35, you see my buy order get executed, which is weird because, again, I thought I canceled it by clicking the cancel all buy on screen hotkey. Well, apparently that didn't cancel it. And now we see that my pending order is gone because this is now an active order of 200 shares. Now, we don't see my sell orders on the chart because, well, couldn't have known this in real time, but it canceled, again, the sell orders. And so now I'm in this position with no risk management at all. There's no stop. There's no profit target in place. And this stock could easily drop to 420. I mean, my risk on this could increase by 5 or 10x in a flash of a second, right? And I'd have no protection. So literally, I'm going to keep playing this. Literally, as I'm sitting here, I'm like, oh my God, now I'm up 11, 17, 15, 11. I'm like, why am I even in this trade? Great that I'm up for a split second, but why am I even in this? I'm totally confused, right? So eventually, I go to the monitor tab and I'm trying to quickly get a bracket order back in this trade to mitigate risk by putting in a sell stop and a sell limit, okay? Now, just that quickly, I'm down $17.32. Again, as you can tell, I'm panicking right now. I'm trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Not because of a lousy $18 loss, that's nothing. I'm panicking because I don't understand why I'm in this position. I canceled it. I clicked the cancel all buy button. So at this point, now it's down 30, 37, 43, right? This is now 4x my loss. So right there, I click the flatten button, okay? You see that? I clicked the flatten button and it just sold my position at the market price. The flatten now button, for those who don't know, that's like the panic sell, right? That's when you just got to get out of the trade immediately to mitigate any further losses, and it triggers a sell at the market price. So Now I'm like, okay, my God, I can kind of breathe a sigh of relief because, I should have only lost about $10. That was the stop based on the 10-cent risk. Or actually should have been $20, but now I'm down almost twice at a $37.64. I'm like, okay, I can handle a $37 loss. The problem is, why was I in the trade to begin with when I thought I canceled it by clicking and I'm going to keep saying it again until it just bothers the hell out of you if it hasn't already, why am I in this when I click the cancel all buy button? So I get on chat with TD Ameritrade. Again, I was waiting for over an hour and a half. And then I finally get someone on and I'm arguing with this idiot for about 2 hours. And I keep saying over and over again, review the video, review the video, review the video. Because at this point, I posted the video on YouTube and I gave them the link to review the trade. So I tell them, look, I canceled the order at 8:30:05, and then from out of nowhere, 23 seconds later at 8:30:35, it triggers the buy order. And we know that that's the sequence of events and that chronological order because as I just showed you in this video, all the way from 8:30:05 up until 8:30:35, my pending buy order was sitting on the level 2, okay? And there was no buy or sell order on the chart, and there was no open position on the active trader ladder. So this moron tries to convince me that, well, sometimes when you execute an order, technology can break down and, we're not going to be held liable for that. Well, what are you managing trillions of dollars under? Why are you managing trillions of dollars if you can't handle a simple hotkey or a stop order? Okay, so this is what this person says. They say, because finally we come to a consensus, of which I'm kind of pissed that I actually accepted this because it still is incorrect. She says, reviewing the video again, it appears there could be a lag, but that is not necessarily on our side as we have no other reports of this issue. This could be due to, but not limited to, connection issues. So of course, their default response is to blame my internet connection, even though I have video of the entire trade. She then says, if the order is on our side, an error report is generated showing the issue. I have no error report being sent as of today. You had a stop that was in place for 10 cents of your fill price. As a one-time courtesy, we will credit back $18.64, which is the difference if your order were to fill at $4.44 instead of $4.34. So I'll pause right there for a second. So essentially, where we met in the middle, for lack of a better term, is I agreed, look, let's say that the order did execute at 8:35 when I hit my hotkey to buy on the ask. If that happened, even though there was no evidence at all, it was all to the contrary, that position had been purchased then, given that, again, my order was still pending, sitting on the level 2 for 23 seconds, as well as no order being visible on my active trader ladder, I said, look, even if I grant you that the order did buy at 8:35, even though I thought I canceled it at 8:30:05, even though I canceled it at 8:30:10, if the order had already executed, you've now put me at risk of having zero ability to manage the risk on this trade for 23 seconds. So she, after 2 hours, she has no way of rebutting that, right? It's obvious. So the agreement we made is look, it triggered, that's what you wanted to do, right? When I hit the hotkey, I should have gotten it instantly. And if I did, the price did immediately drop 10 cents. And so I would have been stopped out. So I said, look, I'll concede. I'll go ahead and take half of the order as a credit, right? So she's crediting me back $18.64 based on me having gotten stopped out with a 10-cent loss after the order supposedly actually executed at 8:30:05 as opposed to 8:30:35. And so then she says, unfortunately with technology, we cannot expect for it to be completely foolproof. So errors can occur and we cannot be held liable for any issues related to technology when it comes to trading. So I mean, this is ridiculous, right? And this is why I want people to see this video, because you have to ask yourself, do you want to do business with a broker who literally has trillions of dollars of assets under management that want to try to alleviate themselves of the legal and financial liability and repercussions of their system malfunctioning? That's ludicrous. TD Ameritrade is one of the biggest retail trading equities brokers and platforms on the planet. And you're telling me that I'm literally using your service and giving you my money to hold for you to reinvest and for you to make money off of, as well as the other trillions of dollars that you manage and make commissions and money off of. And you're telling me you can't have your platform execute orders when I click a button that's supposed to execute a very specific order, or in this case, also give me a 23-second delay? She even at one point tried to state that the issue is that even though the level 2 showed that my order was pending for those 23 seconds, that can't be used as evidence because that's not real time. And I'm thinking, oh my God, level 2, especially with the settings that I have, are providing real time quotes. So now she's trying to play me like I'm an idiot. I'm ranting at this point. Again, I can't express this enough. If you are a day trader, a momentum trader, a scalper, if you are in any shape or form an active trader and you're using TD Ameritrade's Thinkorswim platform, for the love of God, you have got to record your trading sessions, because these people will take you to the bank and you'll have no idea. You will have no idea and no proof to back it up unless you have a video, which essentially forces their hand. Now you could say, well, why are you complaining you got at least half your money back? Look, I don't have time to waste 4 hours sitting on chat and arguing with idiots. That's me not making money making trades. I don't have time for that. And again, in this case, I only got half my money back. In this case, this was only a $37 problem. But what if this was a $3,700 or $37,000 problem? Well, at that point, now we're talking about attorneys, class action lawsuits, investigations, CNBC, you name it. I mean, because that's what it's going to come to if this had been a real substantial loss I wasn't able to recover from. Thankfully, it wasn't. But see, now I have to trade scared if I continue with them as a broker, which is why I'm making these piddly ass $20 essential trades, right? Because I don't trust them. I told you that this happened to me last Monday. Here we go. Very similar issue. There was an order execution problem on the buy, and when I tried to bail by hitting the flatten now hotkey, it didn't execute the market order for over 15 seconds. So after this guy finally accepted that I wasn't going to let this go, and he reviewed the video I sent him, he says, so the buys executed properly, those were good fills. Now, there was a delay with your flattened orders. We aren't sure what caused it, but those should have filled faster. Well, gee, thanks for admitting the truth, which I'm being snide, but I appreciate that. Then he says, this is why we were going to correct you to 718 originally. We were okay busting everything as a courtesy for you today, but going to 718 was the best the street was willing to do. I had to beat these guys over the head for them to literally make good on what the video proved was a malfunction and a breakdown in their trading platform. And this happened to me twice within 7 days. How many times has this happened to you? Do you have any idea? You probably don't if you're not recording your trading sessions. And look, I don't have anything to gain by posting this publicly. I really don't. I'm not a content creator. I'm not a YouTuber. In fact, this is like the second video I've ever posted to YouTube. I would want someone to do this for me because I'm telling you, there are people out there, and you may be one of them, who are having weird, glitchy things happen that are leading to losses. And you're probably thinking, because it's happening so fast, that it was something that you did wrong. And that probably is the case in 8 out of 10 situations. But what if those 2 out of 10, where it's the platform's fault, what if those were major catastrophic losses that were not your fault? So please, I implore you, again, I have nothing to gain. This video isn't monetized. I'm not a YouTube partner. I have nothing to gain. I just implore you, please, if you are not recording your trading sessions, you have to, because otherwise you end up like me, pissed off, frustrated, about ready to just give up day trading. Because look, at this point, because there's a monopoly on zero commission brokers, and there's literally only about 2 or 3 left, and the other 2 besides TD Ameritrade, their competitors are total garbage. Where do I have to go? Right? Which is why they don't care, which is why they'll sit here for 2 hours and argue with you about $20. Imagine if it was $20,000. I wouldn't see an effing penny of that money. And again, I'd be contacting an attorney, be on CNBC, it'd be a big expose, an investigation, a class action lawsuit. And again, I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. And I hope that you don't either. So that's it. But again, protect yourself.